It's qualifying day at Warringah Park, and for all these riders and the Comiskey family, camp drafting is in their blood.
My name's Pete Comiskey. I come from Mackay, west of up in North Queensland. This is my son Peter. He's a 5-year-old, just about to start school next year, so he's still in prep, so a bit of time away from school, and he's here to work his horses. He's been out and visited with his grandparents this week.
My name is Handkerchief. She's a 10-year-old, and I'm happy to be at the camp drafts. I learned to cut out. You have a cow, and it just goes back and forwards.
The new Cattle Saver electric cow was a big hit with Pete Jr.
I suppose I've camp drafted since I was a bit older than him. I think I had my first run at about 8 years old. This bloke's 5. So yeah, camp drafting is about all we know. We have a couple of thousand head of cattle that we see to at home, and a couple of guys that have been working with me for 20 years now, so we're very fortunate that we can get away from our property and our animals and pack up the kits. We've got a 12-horse rig or 14, 15-horse rig, and we come down here and enjoy a couple of camp drafts and a bit of a trip around, see some other parts of the country, and then poke on home. So that's all pretty good.
Today, Pete's out early. The other competitors are nervous. Pete Comiskey is renowned as one of Australia's best camp drafters.
Absolute freak of a competitor. Doesn't matter what horse he's on, he can put cattle around on any horse. He's just nothing fazes him. He's as cool as. Every time he steps in the yard, he just keeps putting them round after round.
Pete Jr.'s warm-up on Handkerchief must have worked. Through the gates and qualified. Next up, his old rival, Troy Palmer.
I steered, it was pretty tough. She gets down pretty low with the cow. She takes a bit of riding, and then got to running all over the place outside, and she did a big job to hold it. We were travelling fairly quick, and she had to do a lot of checking. Once you guard a bit, or she'll step out from under you.
His little mare was up to the task, as was Troy. Another great round. There was also a couple of nervous young riders hoping to qualify. These kids are the future.
Luke Cheney, 16, come from Blaney. Great highlight to come down here to Warringah Park in the Gold Buckle. It's their first year. There's people here, they're about 70, and there's people here my age, 16. They're all having fun, whether they're winning or losing. It's been pretty keen since I put my entries in. I like to get on roughly about 40 runs before my run. I try to keep calm, to keep the horse calm, and it was a good round,
Another youngster is James Moorhead.
This is the only sport I compete in and have done all the way through my schooling career. I wouldn't be here if I didn't have my mum, because I can't drive and mum can.
Yeah, he's a good boy. He's his worst enemy, probably. Wants to do really well in pretty tough company.
Terry's also a big supporter of young camp drafters.
Lucky to draw the cow I did to be able to put it around, because they haven't been easy enough today, they've been tough enough.
Score there for James Moorhead, 87.67.
Kimberly Salmon played a big part in my camp draft career, because without her help I definitely wouldn't be here today.
I've just had the best week. A lot calmer than I probably should be, actually. If that's a good thing or a bad thing. We come down here and we know we're competing against the best in Australia, probably the world. I just sort of come here to try and get some scores. I mean, obviously we all want to win, but it was pretty tough in the yard, so I didn't really waste any time in trying to get out into the arena. And then it was just a matter of, I just really needed to read that cow. I wasn't running for a 90, I was just running to get a score on the board. I didn't think that cow had a lot of points in it. It was just a cow that I could get a score on and qualify for the final.
Another rider hoping to qualify here today is Johnny Mitchell. Fresh from the States, hasn't camp drafted for a long time.
Outside, you have a bit of give and take.
Yep.
You work for it.
Huh?
You've got to work it.
Well, but it's still good, just reinforce it.
In America, Johnny Mitchell has won over $4 million in prize money in cutting. Let's see how he goes here. Johnny's first run was a tough one. Welcome back to Australia.
In the camp it was good, you know, I was a 21, and I come out through the gates there spot on, and as I got out through there, I bent that heifer to the left. She sort of sat up and come round quick, you know, and they were a little tricky and touchy, but, you know, when it comes down to it, that was still my fault, you know, I didn't get it just right, and so that was that. I had a camp school and that's it.
Johnny wasn't the only one having a bit of trouble. This sport is a great leveller. Up next, one of Australia's leading camp drafting ladies and new mum, Kylie Barnett.
I started camp drafting when I was quite young, about 8. My grandfather got me into camp drafting. He bred Australian stock horses. Well, the women are becoming more and more prevalent in the camp drafting world. I think they've sort of decided now that they can match it just as good as the men can. There's a lot of really competitive women out there, and I think it's just a confidence thing. If they feel if they've got a horse underneath them, that they feel like they can match it.
Lucy Bird, she's travelled down from Queensland with her husband Carl, or the son.
15, no, left him at home. Yep, got a few days on our own. Travelled 15 hours to get down here.
Honeymoon on the south coast.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I think we all put in a lot of money into our horses and put a lot of pride into what we do. It's really nice, this sort of level of money and prizes is, it's definitely exciting.
This Warringah Park camp draft is some of Australia's best riders and best camp drafting horses. Terry Snow has a breeding plan.
With the development of the sport will become a development of the industry of supplying horses to the sport, because now with the prize money of $100,000 for a win, people would be considering maybe that they could buy a horse and have one of the young men or ladies train it and ride it. And that's the exciting development of the sport.
25,000, Johnny Palmer holds a marble. 25,000 metre, a wonderful, wonderful mare. All over and done at 25,000. Quick, betting, what him up, all done. Nice mare.
The sales are a really exciting part of the whole program here at Warringah Park. Some fantastic genetics, both quarter horse, stock horse, but they're bred to be performance horses, so the industry's creating more and more incentives for young horses. We've seen some of the best in the country here competing. It's mind-blowing for people like us that have been in the sport for a long time to see what the next level really could be.
At the gate, Peter Hancock on a simply spectacular 15-bend haul on 4 acre.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, one of these winners will take home $100,000.
And the gold buckle. When we come back, it's game on at Warringah Park.